words, let's ride out. It's been a long time coming, my nigga, but the time now. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? They done put Chris Tucker on this bitch, let me find out. When the rebels link up, 3 words. The type of nigga that ain't really with the games. As a young rebel wanting money and the fame, now I realize all this shit don't really mean a thing. It's 2017, you still get whips and chains. Only difference is they come with rims and diamonds that bling. But third, do your thing, I ain't trying to intervene. Lead that to them niggas shooting hair on. What I'm saying is, young get the message, young and I'm restless. So anything less than my vision not impressed with. Keep my circle small and symmetric. Not an in-crowd type of nigga, that's some Ron Artest shit. Verse Detroit when he tested. Ben Wallace, I've been deprived, niggas knowing I'm blessed with the gift. Fuck a minimum wage salary. Life is your reality, the hood is a mentality. Young youth need a reality check. Money bulging out their pockets till they mind is in debt. Cause beef what they said, they quick to put dough on your chest. So wear bulletproof, still them niggas trying to invest. That's business, one-on-one. It's something that you need to know. We only gain power when we turn which way the heat is blow. So when the rebels link up, 3 words, let's ride out. It's been a long time coming, my nigga, but the time now. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? They done put Chris Tucker on this bitch, let me find out. When the rebels link up, 3 words.
So we live in this bitch.
Hey.
We live in this bitch. One-on-one with Solo and Diamond. Welcome back.
One-on-one with Dolo and Simon. Let's get it cracking, man. Let's get right into it. We got a lot going on.
So, first things first. Kevin Durant, torn Achilles.
Sad to see.
Sad to see, but you see him go down the first time. You see him reach down lower than his calf.
Yeah.
You had to think there had to have been something where
underlying injury or something that affected that pivotal part of his leg.
Exactly. And I don't know if it's the staff not doing his due diligence or the staff that's trying to rush him out there, trying to get a ring. They know he's going to leave. Kevin, let's do this for us.
Yeah, or trying to prevent him from leaving, like giving him what he wants, knowing it's against their better judgment, knowing he's only 70% or so. And, if we don't let him play in this finals game, he's bouncing anyways because we didn't let him. So they were in a conundrum anyway. They were in a bit of a pickle. So, I mean, there was no winners last night. From a
fan perspective, from anybody in the NBA, players, teams. And what gets me a little heated about what's going on, man, is all this fake love that's going on for Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm going to say this is because you talk about people praising his commitment to the team, his will to win, talking about, let's see, there's a word, right? His competitive spirit.
Yeah. Commitment
to the team, competitive spirit, and his will to win. Those things people are praising him for right now, right?
But I know where you're going with this.
Those same people, a few years back, during one summer where he decided to sign with the Golden State Warriors, what they do? They bashed him for his what?
Competitive spirit.
His will to win and his commitment to his team.
Yeah.
He's a snake now. How can you all of a sudden do a whole complete 360 on someone that fast?
Man.
It's crazy.
Fast. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like, you got people, man, all of a sudden now he's this ultimate warrior. He's everything like that. But before, he was a cupcake. You know, that's all he was getting called before. Cupcake and snake. That's all people have known him for. And last night, you heard warrior. You heard true champion. You heard the biggest X factor in the finals. Everything that people were not giving him credit for as early as 2 to 3 weeks ago. Oh, they're playing better without KD. They're moving the ball better without KD. They're so happy they're winning without KD. This gives them a new challenge. This gives the Warriors new life that he's out. Come on now.
It's blasphemous.
Blasphemous.
It's blasphemous to praise him now. When you questioned him, when you questioned his competitive edge and his will to win by going to the Warriors when it was the best basketball move he could have done
Best
for his
basketball
career.
decision, yeah.
Exactly. You win two wings. You win 2 rings in a row.
Finals MVP both times.
Come on,
averaging
now.
like 35 a game in every finals game you've played since you've been in Golden State.
If we're judging people off basketball moves, looking back at it, even thinking about it, you knew what was going to happen with the Warriors. They were going to win, right? So if you're talking about judging him off his basketball move, his competitive spirit, all that shit, he made one of the best basketball decisions in NBA history.
Oh, yeah.
You put him in there with who? With Shaq going to LA.
Man.
You put him in there with LeBron going to Miami. You put him in there with those kind of people that make those tough decisions to leave a place, and it ends up working out.
Don't be surprised if we see similar moves this free agency. People making the best basketball decisions for them, not caring what the most popular narrative is that they can follow.
Let's not be so quick to grill somebody for
Yeah.
making that kind of move. I mean, everybody and their mama was grilling them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh, yeah. They ruined the league. There's no more competitive balance anymore. They ruined everything.
He doesn't want to earn it. He doesn't want to have to do it the hard way. Like, nah.
Anybody that knows sports, sports period, when there's a dominant team, a marquee team, every other team in that sport is going to give that team their best shot.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it was the stacked Kentucky team, yeah, they had Anthony Davis and everybody, and then the other year when they had Karl Towns and everybody, yeah, the odds were in their favor, but everybody gave them their best shot.
Not only that, but those others that every other superstar seems to have a stack full of team of,
Yep.
they as well as them giving it their best shot, they actually give them a real chance to win. That level of play goes up that much higher when you got teams like this. So
you get a better product.
In on honesty, we should be thanking Kevin Durant and the Warriors.
Because now look at this summer. People are going to be making decisions based off how can we take down the Warriors if they were all collectively together. Now, the thing is, last night was so earth-shattering and groundbreaking, it changes everything going into the summer. The summer of free agency is starting in about 2.5 weeks here.
Yep.
That's not enough time for anybody to know what's going to be going on with KD. Somebody's going to have to throw him a max contract. If he doesn't decide to opt into his 1-year deal, somebody's going to have to throw him a max deal, either the 4 years, 140-something, or Golden State could give him the 5-year deal. Somebody's going to have to give him that, not knowing when he's coming back.
And I'm not taking no kind of tears from anybody,
from
any kind of GM, bro.
No.
If you're not offering right now that 5-year max to Kevin Durant right now, those tears mean nothing. If I'm Kevin Durant, to be honest with you, because I put my faith in you by trying to go out and give this team everything, and this is what happens.
I'm expecting that 5-year deal on my desk. Come
right
June
now.
30th. Yeah, I want to know that it's there for me as soon as I want to sign it.
I want to know that I can turn that down. Still, if you're not giving that to me, man, I
don't want to see no tears. I don't want to hear all that.
You as a man respecting all this that Sean Livingston has talked about, how these people respect them as humans. I don't want to hear it just because.
None of it.
Until I know that's out there for him, yeah. Fuck them tears, bro.
Yeah, fuck the tears and fuck all the fake love.
What happened to Isaiah Thomas is fucked.
Man.
What happened to Kawhi Leonard was fucked.
Man.
You can see why Kawhi Leonard decided to do what he ended up ultimately doing.
Man, doctors in Chicago almost killed Luol Deng, their team doctors. Had spinal fluid leaking out of his back and all kind of stuff. You can't just trust those team doctors. They work for the team. They don't work for the players. They work for the best interests of the franchise. That's why everybody needs to take the Kawhi Leonard approach. When your organization tells you, okay, you're good to come back, you wait till your body tells you you're okay to come back.
Yep.
And wait a little extra longer, even after your body tells you it's okay, because these dudes, I mean, they're multimillionaires. They live in a glass house. People love to throw their stones at them. But at the end of the day, their body is their whole family's.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth. Like, that's what their whole family eats off of, is their well-being. Their ability to get up and walk and run and jump and compete. And now KD doesn't get that anymore because he wanted to come back at 70% because we all know KD has a little bit of a rabbit ears. He's on the internet. He's on Twitter. He's on basketball Twitter constantly. You know, he sees people, oh, he's soft. They're better without him. He had a chance to do something monumental. He chose
3-1.
Let's do it. And was he looking spectacular?
Was he looking spectacular?
He was looking we were texting each other through the whole game, live texting the whole game.
Crazy, like, he was only a spot up shooter for that moment.
3 for 3 from 3.
He was only a spot up shooter.
And this shot looked great. Who hits their first 3 coming, and you haven't played basketball in 31 days, and the first shot you make is just pure water?
In the finals.
Mm-hmm. In an elimination game.
That's why you still got to throw that max at him.
In the other team's building, when all the odds are stacked against you. He came out there and showed why he's KD.
He dropped how many points?
He had 11 points in 12 minutes.
He had 11 points in 12 minutes, and they've been up by 11 by how much of that game?
Man.
So if it wasn't for KD, they wouldn't have won.
They lose.
They wouldn't have won. Golden State Warriors. Do that man, no homo. Do that man good.
Yeah,
do right by that man.
Do right by him.
Throw him that max that you would have thrown him if you would have had it, if he was been healthy.
Because he rehabs for a year. You still have your core. Yeah, they're going to be getting into their early to mid 30s now, but I mean, they're so skilled basketball wise. None of them are freak athletes that depend on athleticism, so they can run. They can still go on their little run for however long. Me as a Laker fan, I could care less about their run, but I love good basketball. I love seeing greatness. It's one of the best things about growing up as an NBA fan is you get to see people accomplish some crazy feats.
That shit, and you love to hate that shit.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
What's driving me crazy is we're gonna start looking at them and say, man, it's just I don't even know.
It's unfortunate, bro. Like I was saying, like, yeah, I know the Warriors technically won by 1 point. I know the Raptors could have won, but at the end of the day, the game of basketball took a tremendous L last night.
Bro.
There were no winners in last night's game, man. Shout out to KD for being that guy. I mean, as dominant as he looked, I mean, what did you think of him in those 12 minutes he was able to participate on the court?
Man, he reminded you.
Wasn't it a vibe?
He reminded you.
It was a vibe. Like,
even like me, I'm going for the Raptors in this series.
Yeah.
You look at what he's doing and just tells you, like, bro, everyone's so quick to give the crown to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You're all raving about Giannis, and now you're raving about Kawhi. But I'm the one that's been doing this shit for the last 3 years.
I've been doing
I'm the one that took LeBron off that throne.
Mm-hmm.
It's me. I put Golden State over the top.
Oh yeah.
I'm the reason you can you. I'm the reason, right? I'm the MVP.
I made
you know who
LeBron's finals record uglier than it had to be.
Yeah,
most definitely. Yeah, man, KD, that was just unfortunate, bro. I was so hyped that game. It was some beautiful basketball being played. Golden State was an actual stampede, an avalanche coming at them.
How much better do you make Steph just by being on the court?
So much better.
How much more confident are these guys?
They're like, just like if you're walking through a rough neighborhood by yourself, you're going to feel away. If you're walking through a rough neighborhood with your big brothers, your cousins, and everybody with you, you got a small army with you. That's what KD is on a basketball court. He is a small army.
Man.
And that's what he was last night. And I love to see it, and I hated to see the injury so bad. So, I mean, of course, KD's going to keep coming back up. This is like the KD episode of our podcast. This is an emergency episode. This is all based around KD. But some other examples, like he brought up Isaiah Thomas, not the Detroit Isaiah Thomas, obviously. Little Isaiah Thomas from Boston, man. He was averaging 28.9 points per game. Sister passed away during the season. They were trying to make a playoff run. They all convinced him to continue to play once he hurt himself. He comes back too early, way too early, just like KD. Never is the same again. Gets traded to Cleveland right after he comes back too soon for them. Tries to rehab in Cleveland. Gets traded to the Lakers before he's even fully rehabbed in Cleveland. And now he's bouncing around the league. His quote was, they're going to have to bring up the Brinks truck for me, and now he's getting minimum salaries for the rest of his career.
Salaries, bro.
And he's never even made big bank before.
Never, bro. That's why I'm just like, I'm all for the players.
Yeah.
Every time.
Get your money, man. All the time.
Because these owners are getting theirs. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what the coach thinks. Don't worry about what your teammates think.
At all.
Your teammate, don't worry about none of that shit. Like fans, none of that. Just get yours, man. That's why I can't hate. I can't knock I can't knock a LeBron going to Miami. I can't knock Jimmy Butler not wanting to
do whatever they want to do. Yep. You don't want to lose. You don't have too much time. You have a window. with the collective bargaining agreement, all the contracts are slotted. It's not like, oh, if I'm on my own team and I score 35 points a game, I'm gonna get paid more than such and such. No, your time of service in the NBA, your All-Star games, and all that dictates how much money you're gonna make anyway. So, like, there's gonna be people making just as much money as Kevin Durant this summer, even though they're not on his level. They have 10 plus years of NBA service and they have accolades. They're gonna make the same amount of money.
Crazy. What I was gonna say earlier until I fucking drew a blank in my mid sentence.
Yeah.
What's gonna be crazy is that the media is gonna start pushing this thing about, I want to give Kevin Durant a max contract if I'm the Lakers or the Knicks. Hell, like, you know what I'm saying?
They're
like,
gonna be doing all that, all the sensationalized media out there.
They're gonna start driving these fans to think a certain way from that fan base. People are gonna say he's damaged goods. The headline was already Durant damaged.
Yeah. Man, a headline from the New York Times was Knicks losing 5 because he's hurt now and he's not as valuable to the Knicks as he would have been not hurt. He wasn't even on the Knicks. It's just a heavy rumor that he was going there. He's not even a part of their franchise.
Like, this is that bullshit about the NBA, bro. The media is the worst part of that bullshit.
Yeah. That sensationalized media, people just saying anything they want to say just for clicks.
I don't think they understand, like, even as Laker fans, like, you see that shit the worst.
Oh,
as a Laker fan, as a Knicks fan, you don't see it like that. You don't see the Knicks' horrible season and young players being talked
dragged
about
through the mud. Every mistake they do on First Take, every time they talk about the Lakers' young players, they have their blooper reel playing while they're talking about them. Never any highlights. You would only think that they make bad plays and that LeBron yells at them on the bench.
Yep.
That's all they show when they talk about the Lakers. And that's not all that happens.
Ingram is trash. Jason
Tatum's better, and Jaylen Brown is better, and
he worked with Kobe, so his footwork is better.
So he's a disciple of Kobe.
You've never seen a 48. You've never seen a 40-minute game of Ingram. Ingram with his footwork, bro.
Exactly. Come on now. So our franchise, we're used to getting dragged through the mud by everybody who needs clicks and needs attention because there's so many Laker fans, so many passionate Laker fans that we respond. We continuously respond to whatever BS gets put out there by our team and about our young players. And it's so many of us that some of the fan base gets swayed by what a Stephen A. Smith says or any of these people might be saying.
That shit is horrible, bro.
So yeah, man, like... But just to continue on with the game and everything like that, man, it was... The air got taken out of the game after KD got hurt. What a pivotal game, the air got taken out of the game. But
shout out to Steve Kerr for finally going to DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, he was calling for Boogie the whole time.
He's an all-star. You still have 4 All-Stars on that team.
Yeah.
You gotta put...
I feel sorry for KD. I do not feel sorry for the Warriors.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I feel sorry for Kevin Durant. I do not feel sorry for the Warriors. You still have what it takes to make some things happen.
You still have what it takes to win a championship.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't go around and give all these minutes to Looney and Bogey because they fit a fiddle role.
Yeah.
Or don't go around and start feeling bad for yourselves, how you got to fight back and win for KD. Like, bro, no one's feeling bad for you. As a team, as the Warriors... No one's feeling bad for you. You've been here 5 times in a row.
We're tired of y'all.
We're tired of y'all. We want y'all to lose. It's not that the Raptors fans, I would say, wanted KD to get hurt.
Yeah, they're just reacting as natural people.
As natural people. And people are black. Like, it's hard to... I mean, no one wants to see a man get hurt like
and
that.
Have
No
his
one wants to see...
career affected and everything like that. Didn't nobody come to the game in hopes that Kevin Durant was going to be out for a year?
Never.
Come on now.
And if they're mean, I'm not saying they're not some people like
there
that.
There are some people like
that. But
a
whole stadium like that?
No, come on now. They're just reacting.
They're just reacting, and they're just like, you know what? Fuck.
Yeah.
He has a strained fucking hamstring.
Yeah, he re-aggravated his injury. I'm sure that's
he's
what
going to
most
sit
people
out
thought.
for a little bit. He's going to come back in this game.
Mm-hmm. Now let's go on our little run before he gets back.
That's exactly how a fan thinks. Because when I see a player go down, I'm not gonna lie. I might be like, you know what? Let's go, Ingram.
Yeah.
Let's get on this run.
Mm-hmm.
But I am no shape or form thinking
ever wanting somebody to be seriously affected.
Nah.
And you don't even want to win like that anyway.
Nah, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's trash, man. They're getting dragged through the mud by guys like Draymond Green and DeMarcus Cousins, 2 people who can't control their emotions for anything in their whole career, and they want a 50,000 people in a stadium to control their emotions when their teammate gets hurt.
Nah.
But they can't control their emotions when they foul somebody and it gets called correctly.
And you're all up in the referee's face
Come
calling
on
them this
now.
and that. Like,
Exactly.
Y'all gotta
calling
slow
them
down.
classless, calling them trash, calling them this, calling them that. Like, you can't even hold yourself together. And you want all these screaming fans
that
most
never
of them
been here.
Exactly. Most of them full of liquor. Most of them riled up and excited. Like, what do you think they're gonna do? Like,
You think
I'm cutting the fans in Canada some slack.
I'm cutting them some slack. That's why I wanted to say it.
Yeah.
That's why even if it makes me sound bad, because
no,
it's you're in the moment. You're in the heat of the moment. It's nothing personal.
You can win a championship. You don't even know what that feels like in basketball.
Yeah, like you're talking about
the Vancouver Grizzlies. A lot of you guys probably don't even know who the Vancouver Grizzlies are.
I know, Brian Reeves.
Big country Brian Reeves.
But you and then you fucking hit it on the nail. I mean, you hit it on the fucking head, bro, with Draymond and DeMarcus.
Like what are you guys saying here?
You guys aren't the ones to be.
And if I'm not mistaken, when Zaza injured Kawhi, when the Spurs were up by 24, I do recall Warriors fans standing up in their seats and clapping. If I'm not mistaken, I think so.
Where was the class list?
Yeah, were you guys classless then, Draymond?
Where was, man?
You know what I'm saying? I do remember that pretty vividly because I do follow Kawhi Leonard's career because he is from the home turf. Like, come on now, they did that.
Man,
call your own fans out.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna, as people, we pick and choose when the time to be classless is, when the time to be.
When we want to have the moral high ground.
We pick and choose, man. So at no point should the Toronto Raptor fans have been blamed for this, man.
Yeah, man.
Or had some kind of,
we don't blame y'all. The one-on-one podcast with Solo and Diamond don't blame y'all whatsoever.
Keep doing y'all, Toronto. Y'all never been there before.
Exactly.
Fuck them Warriors up.
Please. I don't go for no team in the Pacific Division whatsoever.
Nope.
At all. So, what did you think after the injury and after all that? What did you think was the pivotal point of the game? Obviously, it's the end of the fourth quarter, where everything that went on. Who was your player of the game from yesterday?
Player of the game for me, on both sides. Mm-hmm. If Toronto would have won, it would have been Marc Gasol.
Oh yeah, it was a problem.
It would have been, and then for me, it's Boogie.
Yeah.
You don't win that game if Boogie doesn't put that team on his back.
Yep.
I mean, I understand Steph hit that three. I understand Clay hit that three. I understand they got more points than Boogie. Mm-hmm. But
those offensive rebounds were so key that he was grabbing.
Exactly.
You're boxing out.
You gave up the lead that Kevin Durant gave you.
Yeah.
You gave up that lead, and then Kyle Lowry just won it for you. That's all that was. What'd you think?
Oh, man, I got to definitely give the player of the game. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Klay Thompson. And I know that's pretty easy because he hit ended up being the game winner. But all I will say is the whole game, the Warriors pretty much had the lead the whole game. And every time Toronto closed the gap, it was like Klay got loose for a three. Mm-hmm. I think he scored 6 points in the first quarter, 2 threes, 8 points in the second quarter, 8 points in the third quarter, and another 6 points in the fourth quarter. Just super consistent, giving them production through the whole game. For this final so far, shooting 20 for 35 from three. That's much better than 50%. That's much, much better than the 40%. 40% is elite shooting. He's at about 55, 56% right now, closing in on 60% from three. That's just scorching hot. It's hard to beat that, especially when your team's not hitting threes. And Toronto shot an abysmal mark from three yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Klay because of the efficiency and because every time they were coming back, he had something for him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give that to Klay.
Klay is dangerous.
Super dangerous. And I thought Kyle Lowry just shot that corner three, and he's such a choker. I thought he just missed it off the backboard. But Draymond did get his fingertips on it. He still would have probably airballed that shit or something, but Draymond Green saved them from even getting a look for the game winner.
Van Vliet looked his way and passed the ball. I knew
they should have just bombed it. Van Vliet should have just bombed it.
Kawhi shouldn't have passed it. I know we're not gonna.
Iggy came up with the double team.
No, I need you to.
I need you to rise and shine.
Yeah, like
I need you to rise and shine in that moment. I wanted to see Kawhi take that jump shot. I don't care where he got it from. I know he was trying to get to his sweet spot. You know what I'm
the
saying?
sweet
On the
spot.
elbow, he should have just pulled.
If you got a Kareem Skyhook that bitch from
Yeah.
the 3-point line, you Kareem
Yeah,
Skyhook
you
that
get
bitch.
to your spot, man, because he didn't have to pass out.
You know Lowry's not. You know Lowry's gonna miss that shot. You know Lowry just missed a shot 2 minutes earlier.
And you know
wide
Lowry
open.
just threw the ball into the backcourt, the possession before that.
You know Lowry it really plays for LeBronto Raptors.
Yeah, he's
Come on.
LeBron's son. He's
on.
the reason why the Raptors were the sons of LeBron. Why it was LeBronto.
Stop
Because they
fucking
couldn't
around.
get
Take
past.
that last
It's
shot.
Kawhi made the difference. Kawhi, the coaching of Nick Nurse, the ascension of Pascal Siakam. I didn't see none of those people shine on that last play.
Because the Warriors can still come back and beat that ass.
Oh yes, they can.
Don't sleep.
Because if you keep shooting bad from 3 and Clay keeps shooting all time hot
Right.
from 3, what are you gonna do? They're counting 3s, you're counting by 2.
And if Draymond is still out there running the floor like he has been, if Draymond is still out there getting triple doubles, and if Draymond's still all up in that ass defensively,
Yeah.
blocking, I don't know how he blocks shots. He ain't even athletic.
He's not athletic. He ain't that tall. He don't got that long. He does have a pretty long wingspan, but man, I don't know. Draymond just has that will. That will. He has that fire in him.
Yeah, he has that fire that
Fire that you
wins.
like
Yep.
of prospects coming into the NBA is what he has, you know, down to a T. So that's pretty much how the game went. The Nick Nurse timeout when they were on their run. I know a lot of people have been talking about that today.
What do you think?
I'm thinking, okay, so Kawhi goes on this 10-0 run. I'm waiting. You know, we're texting. I'm waiting for Kawhi the whole game. I'm waiting for him to have his moment. I feel like it was coming. I knew it was coming. It happens.
And we even said before that, who? Lowry
Oh, we
Green?
thought Danny Green and Kyle Lowry were gonna be the others to bring this one home, like Meta World Peace and Pau Gasol did for Kobe in 2010 when he had a horrible game.
Yep.
I think Kobe shot like 6 for 24 from that game, but Kawhi ends up going on this 10-0 run, and I'm not sure after he made the last floater because he made two threes, pull up in the lane, and then Michael Jordan type. I have big hands, so I'm gonna shoot this one-handed little pull up. He did that shot too, so I thought after that shot, did he look tired to you?
Man, to me, nobody looked tired.
Exactly. Everybody looks so dialed in. I don't know why Nick Nurse will call that timeout.
Not even anybody on the Warriors. Everyone looked like they were ready to give it 100, leave everything on the court.
It was that time. It was that time you let them off the hook. You had, you know what I'm saying? You had Mike Tyson on the ropes. Like, you were Buster Douglas and some shit right then and there. You had this. You were about to knock out the heavyweight champ that nobody gave you a chance to knock out, and you call a timeout, and you let these shooters who have nothing but ice in their veins, nothing but just pure water in their jump shots, and they attacked. They struck.
Nick Nurse has to take that L.
He has to take that L.
Nick Nurse has to take that L, man.
Because unless Kawhi looked at the bench and said, I need one, which I didn't see him do, you got to let that go on. Because he was all that mattered at the time. I'm not saying like the other people on the team aren't significant, but at the time, he was on his own 10-0 run.
Yep.
So unless he needs the breather, you don't call no timeout. Period. That was really where everything went south. Because you just finally got the lead.
Yeah.
Finally. After it took you the whole game. But what I did want to say about Kawhi going on that cyborg-like run, will that propel him to go for a huge game at Oracle and to bring this on home? We know he's capable for going for 40, 35, and 12 rebounds, and we know what he's capable of. Will that 10-0 run propel him to? Because he didn't take another shot.
Yeah.
After the 10-0 run.
I think it happens. I think that game comes out. I don't know if it's going to be 40. I know it's going to be about 32, 35, somewhere around there. But I just don't think it's going to be enough to beat the Warriors. I think
Oracle is going to come down to Game 7.
It's going to come down to Game 7, and I had the Raptors in 5, but I think the Warriors are going to pull it out.
Yeah, because I have Toronto winning just because without KD they just don't have the physicality or just the top-notch nature to deal with Kawhi. Especially someone on the wing that can even give them any type of problems, but I'm right there kind of leaning towards your school of thinking, but even before the game started, he could tell you, I said, I thought the Warriors going to win yesterday. I thought KD was going to lead them to the win, which it looked like he was going to, and I thought the Raptors were going to come out on Thursday and pick up the win. So I still am going to stick with that. It's crazy to think that the Warriors are going to lose 3 games at home in a series. That's insane, especially their last games ever playing at this arena, just taking L after L after L.
Something about that road.
Yeah, you would think that, you know what I'm saying, everything's lined up for them to win, but I just think when it comes down to it, Kawhi and Marc Gasol and Siakam and Ibaka are just going to wear them down. It's that front court. That front court is just too much for them. And as long as, I'm going to let you go right now, as long as Van Vliet and Danny Green are hitting some timely threes, they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be the Splash Brothers, but as long as they're not god-awful from 3, I think that's going to go 115 Raptors, 111 Warriors, and I think people are going to be crying in the Oracle on Thursday.
If Steve Kerr doesn't play Jordan Bell 1 minute, they're going to win. Jordan Bell had no reason being in that game. Man, no reason.
He doesn't even play. He's the guy that they get healthy practicing against.
Yeah, you don't get Jordan Bell any minutes, man. But you play DeMarcus Cousins, you start DeMarcus Cousins, you give him reason again to want to earn his money, bro.
Yeah, he's playing for a lot. We just talked about Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, he's
never getting the contract he deserved. Boogie is
he might be back in the Warriors on the same kind of deal, or he might be only getting 15 mil, 18 mil a year,
man,
on a 2-year deal.
Honestly, if he don't check out medically, we could be looking at him signing like a long-term mid-level,
man,
with a contender, because a contender's not just gonna break the bank for him. And after tasting this winning, you don't want to go back to not winning no more.
Yeah,
all he did was lose. People don't even know DeMarcus Cousins has been in the league for 10 whole years. That's a long time.
And he should be getting that money that Kawhi and KD are getting.
He needs that. I'm sure he needs that.
Not. That's what's crazy.
That just sucks about injuries, man. Well, I just feel for those guys.
I don't know if there's a thing with the agents and the staff and DeMarcus that agreed to not play him over 18, 20 minutes. Yeah. That's what he seems to only be playing. It seems
like he's pigeonholed into that.
Yeah.
For real.
So I don't know if that's something with that. If there is, that sucks on Golden State's part.
Yeah.
But if it's not, and Steve Kerr is just really thinking that Kevin Looney's going to propel this team, on the glass to a win and defensively, you're tripping.
And he's hurt. He's very hurt. His pectoral muscles off the bone.
DeMarcus Cousins is going to give you what Marc Gasol is given to the Raptors.
Yeah, and his jump shot looked good yesterday. He couldn't make no free throws for nothing, but he hit a 3. You know what I'm saying? DeMarcus just has talent. He has just next level talent. I think this offseason for Boogie, since we're both big Boogie fans and you are his, you've been championing him all this whole series, I just think he needs to figure out what his old man game is going to be.
What do you mean, old man game?
Is he going to have the turnaround jumper? Is he going to play like Marc Gasol now? Is he going to stop trying to handle the ball like Sacramento Boogie handled the rock, averaged almost 5 assists because he was like this point center forward kind of thing he had going on. Do you feel he needs to adjust and have an old man game and just come back as that sharp, savvy veteran?
I need him as a pick. I need him at the top of the 3-point line doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Steph. Here comes Clay. Ball. Screen. Mm-hmm. I'm rolling. Yep. I'm popping. What Marc Gasol is doing for the Raptors, he's not even doing the whole fade away.
Yep, he's not.
He's only spotting up on the 3, or he's getting to a spot in the middle of the lane, and then he's just coming up and just doing this.
Yeah, I'm hoping he can have that. If he could be the master of an old man game, and when I say old man game, I just mean he's not playing how he used to play when he was younger.
Yeah, he's not trying to be a superstar.
Yeah, Kobe was still a superstar with his old man game. Michael Jordan was still a superstar with his old man game. Just a nice mid-range jump shot, more attacking from the perimeter and from the baselines and the mid-range rather than trying to dunk on everybody every time. A lot of players, they need to get their old man game up because it prolongs a lot of careers, especially if you're not the most athletic guy. And if you lose a lot of athleticism, like as Laker fans, it was just crazy that seeing KD mess up his Achilles in the Warriors jersey just brought back memories of Kobe.
Yeah.
Being in the Warriors home at Oracle, popping his Achilles and going back up like the greatest of all time and shooting those free throws and making both of them on no Achilles tendon.
I just don't believe that he strained his calf. I just don't believe it. Like, even in the first injury, you play that video. I wish we could pull it up now for you guys. He reaches down into his
and it's
shoe.
non-contact. Do you know of many calf injuries being non-contact?
Man, it's
like
something fishy going on here. Like, I think both parties tried to do something.
They try to make some maneuvers.
And I think his agent probably said, you know what? I recommend you don't play, but KD, if you pull this off...
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? And I think his homie put that in his head. I think in his own head, he had that shit. It just didn't work out, man. And it just... If I'm a team owner, to be completely honest, if I'm a team owner, I'm telling anybody that has... Any superstar that has that kind of injury, bro, this is when you can't... I'm not letting you come back regardless.
Yeah, at all. I'm pulling the big boy card. Yep. I write your checks. You're not playing.
You're not gonna play, even if you end up leaving.
Yeah,
cool, bro. You did great here. Thank you.
Good looking out.
But now I'm sending a message in the league like, bro, I'm taking care of you. Now you know I'm taking care of you. But I'm not letting you play.
Owners will be thought of in much more high regard if they did pull those moves, like you're saying. If they did come out and say he's not playing.
If they come out and say,
come out and stand in front of it.
Don't just talk to me. Yeah. No, before I even talk to you, Kevin Durant, I'm going to go to the media and put that out there.
Because now everybody knows.
Then you hit me up, tell me what you think.
Yep. Now everybody knows. Yeah, that's a great idea. I think owners will be looked at less like the big old bosses controlling these rich young athletes, they'll look more human.
I think that's what made Dr. Buzz so great.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that conversation when he had with Kobe? I'm not going to trade my diamond for these other 5 smaller diamonds. Yeah. It doesn't add up.
Yeah.
When you start being real with your players, man. I mean, sometimes you got to make boss moves like Jerry did. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
But when you
I know that has to be tough.
When you stop thinking about them as assets and you start thinking about them as people that you connect with, that you need for your own job, security.
Yeah.
For these fans to still want you to own this team, or these fans still watching to be the position that you're in.
Yep. They'll know, okay, KD left, but at least our owner did the right thing. And that sends such a message to other owners because they wouldn't want to look bad in that situation. All the players. It just sends a message to the basketball world in general. I think that would be a great idea. I think that's something owners should definitely do. That's a super duper great point by you. Yeah, man, with all that being said...
It's fucked up that KD had to go.
Fucked up that
hopefully
KD
we see him with the max contract next year. Hopefully on the Warriors, to be honest, man.
Hopefully it's on the Warriors, man.
I want Kawhi to come to the Lakers. And I want Ingram, I want Lonzo, Kawhi, and LeBron to fuck them Warriors up.
All healthy.
Yep.
All right. No excuses.
And y'all don't want that.
Yeah, nobody wants that smoke.
Nobody wants that smoke. So
nobody wants that.
This was a quick episode.
This was a quick episode, man. Emergency pod.
We wanted to touch on Kevin Durant, and we just wanted to let y'all know how fast everything changes.
Yeah, and we felt sick about that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
We felt sick about KD getting hurt.
Stop questioning this man's commitment.
Don't question one of the all-time greats' commitment to his craft, his game.
And if you did question him, don't praise him now, man. I'm pretty sure he's keeping those receipts and saying, this motherfucker was just talking all this shit. Now because I go down.
Now I'm the ultimate warrior after I was the snake in the cupcake.
Come on now.
Hey, we just think you're super nice with it, KD. We could give a shit.
Yeah, we could give a shit. For real, like shit.
Yeah, man. But this has been One-on-One with Solo and Diamond, a.k.a. One-on-One with Dolo and Simon. We'll be right back at you.
Yeah.
You dig.